right, good evening, everybody. Tonight we have generous scholarship donors, proud parents, and scholarship recipients. I'm Angie Cunningham, and this is Jamie Hopkins. We'll be your MCs tonight. We're both on the Eagan Community Foundation Board. I'm the chair of the scholarship committee, and Jamie is the director of the foundation. Welcome to our annual scholarship awards reception. We're so grateful that our city administrator, Diane Miller, has joined us tonight and will kick us off.
Yeah.
Thank you. It is so wonderful to see all of you tonight. I'm Diane Miller. I serve as Eagan City Administrator, and I'm here on behalf of the city tonight to welcome all of you, congratulate you. The mayor and council also wanted to send their thanks and appreciation for each of you in the room tonight. I'm also a mom here to 4 kids in the district, including a senior, so I know many of you in this room, which makes it extra special to be here tonight. So each year, the Eagan Community Foundation scholarship totals are both rising in scholarships awarded as well as the amount that we are able to award. 11 years ago, the foundation set a goal of providing $100,000 in scholarships. I'm happy to say that they met that goal in 2013 and have exceeded it every year. So this evening, there are 122 of you that will be receiving scholarships, in total over $144,000, which is pretty incredible. So those scholarships are made possible by the donors who are here in this room this evening. You are certainly investing in our young people, and we cannot thank you enough. The immense potential in this room is remarkable, and again, I know it because I know so many of you, and I'm so excited to see where you're heading. So thank you, donors, for your profound generosity. If you are a donor here tonight or represent donors or booster clubs, please stand up so we can thank you for your generosity. And to the parents and caretakers of our scholars, we thank you for raising kind, intelligent members of our community. As a parent myself, I know the hopes and dreams and aspirations that we have for our children, the ups and downs, the late nights, the juggling of activities. I think the month of May is the nuttiest month of the year. I imagine many of you feel the same way. The relentless effort that these kids have taken to be in this room is truly remarkable. You should be super proud of your kids this evening and be proud of yourselves because you clearly have done a good job by getting to sit in this room this evening. So thank you for providing the foundation for these students to have the success that they've had. And to our teachers and school officials, we have the most amazing schools here in Eagan and in our district. Our school administrators, educators, and staff are committed to their mission to teach, challenge, and inspire every kid in our community, and it shows. And for the seniors here tonight, maybe you can think back on a time where you didn't quite believe in yourself, you didn't think you could do something, and I bet there was a teacher, an aide, a counselor, a principal, someone who had your back. They did believe in you, they helped build you up and get you to sit in this room this evening. So for that, we thank you. So if you are a teacher or work in the schools in any capacity, please stand so we can thank you. And as I mentioned, this is a scholarship program that continues to grow to serve more students, provide more funding every year. It takes a lot of time, talent, and teamwork to run a first-rate scholarship program. We need a special thanks to Angie Cunningham over here, our scholarship chair, and the rest of the scholarship committee for the time they give to ensure a successful, fair, and proper process to selecting these scholarships. So all current and former Eagan Community Foundation board members, please stand so we can recognize you. And parents, as your kids go off to school, perhaps with those who are here with their youngest, have a little spare time. The Eagan Foundation is always looking for more folks, so please consider joining the board or joining in the effort. All right, well, let's talk about the real reason we are here tonight, and that is to honor our student scholars. So before I turn it over to Angie to announce the awards, just take a few moments to make a couple comments, again, on behalf of the community to each of you as scholarship winners. We know this time of year is filled with both excitement and anticipation of changes ahead. And as you go off to college or your next adventure, you'll be challenged with new subjects to learn. And I want to encourage each of you to think about the things that you love about Eagan or the community where you grew up. And allow me a shameless plug. Local government needs people like you, the best and the brightest. We need you to become the next generation of fire chiefs, city planners, police officers, engineers, mayors, and city administrators. And I hope that somewhere in this room, maybe 10, 15 years from now, there's someone who's going to fill my position at the city, because I know you can. And Brady, somewhere you're out there and I'm looking at you. You have the intelligence and the heart to make your community stronger, more resilient, and more equitable. I just really want to, again, congratulate each of you. So let me close by offering my sincere congratulations on behalf of the community. You have put in the work at school, at home, and in our city. And please know that you go forward with the support of everyone in this room. I like to think of tonight as a giant group hug to say thank you from all of us, and a challenge to go forth and be your wonderful selves. I hope you will remember this day, remember how it feels to feel this much support from your community, so that someday you can do the same thing for others. We are all rooting for you. So go out there, represent our communities, and represent our schools, and enjoy this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, City Administrator Miller. I always just want to say Diane. Thank you very much. So this is probably the most gratifying event of the Foundation's year. And we're happy to be able to celebrate with all of you in person again this year. We're still hanging on to that in-person thing because it was really difficult to not be able to do that for so many years. Before we start parading our scholarship recipients up here, we'd like to take maybe 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, and allow for some table discussion time. Many of you have done this, but we'd like the students to have a chance to introduce themselves, kind of talk with their donors about their education plans, and donors, we'd like for you to share more about the scholarship that you represent, the history, why it's important to you to support students in this way. After these 10 minutes or so are up, we'll start our presentations of the scholarship awards, so don't wander off too far. There's very few snacks left, so you can get up and have additional snacks, and we'll call you together in probably 8 or 9 minutes. Before we actually begin bringing our scholarship recipients up here, parents and everybody, please take note that this important fact. If you actually want to redeem your scholarship, you're going to want to hang on to that colorful envelope that that you picked up at kind of the check-in. That envelope holds information on how you can redeem that scholarship. Now, we made them bright colors, hopefully you don't lose them, but it's a very common occurrence, so if that happens, please just go to our website and all the information is there also. So our program tonight will largely be in alphabetical order by scholarship donor, with a few exceptions we thought, but we think baseball and softball have all arrived, but we'll kind of do a check at those moments. If you'd like to follow along, you can take a look in our scholarship booklets that are on the tables. They list information on all of our donors, as well as a little bit of a bio on all of our recipients. Parents, you can stay at the table. You are the cheering section, and so you guys don't really have to move around. When you do leave your table, someone will be dismissing you, I believe. When you do leave, if you can come over here to kind of our staging area, we'll make sure that we get the announcement of the scholarship with the right recipients. After your moment on stage, if the recipients and donors can then continue back behind us just through the doors here, we'll have you take a mandatory picture and then you can return to your table. And with that, we'll start our award announcements.
Okay, so that's over to me. First up tonight, we have the Achievement Financial Scholarship. Come on up. The Achievement Financial Scholarship was created in 2013. It's a $1,000 scholarship for an Eagan student that intends to study a foreign language. This recipient this year is Lily Axelrod from Eagan High School. Next up, our Bremer Bank Scholarship. It's a $500 scholarship for an Eagan High School graduate with a large amount of volunteer experience and community involvement. Kara has, in fact, volunteered a lot for us. Bremer Bank's been a donor since 2013. The recipient this year is Kara Cullen from Eagan High School. Next up, the Carter S. Weber Memorial Scholarship, created in 2018 after the passing of Carter Weber, an avid hockey player and a 2016 graduate of Eagan High School. Carter's parents honor his lifelong participation in Eagan hockey by providing several $1,000 scholarships to deserving senior hockey players from Eagan High School. The recipients this year are Isaac Martin, Riley Coy-Prong, Hudson Kerr, and Jake Schneider. Next up, we have College Expert. That's a $2,000 scholarship to an all-around great student with an excellent composite score. They've been a donor since 2012. This year we have Eamon Patel from Eastview High School. Next up, we have Dakota Electric Association Scholarship. These are 5 $2,000 scholarships for Eagan High School students who live in Eagan. They've been a donor since 1995. We have Corey O'Donnell, Fard Amory, Eldora Gramish, Brady Sternberg, and Avery Carter. Next up, the Dakota Hills Middle School Parent Booster Club Scholarship. This is a $750 scholarship for a student that has attended Dakota Hills Middle School for at least 1 year and has a great composite score. They've been a donor since 2016. The recipients of the scholarship this year are Jack Marsh from Eagan High School. It's always exciting when we have a new scholarship, like right now, the Dale Family Scholarship. It's a $2,000 scholarship, brand new this year from Laura and John Dale. It's a scholarship for an Eagan High School player. John and Laura are a great example of a few of our donors that are just plain old Eagan residents that want to give back to the Eagan community that has been good to them, so we appreciate them. The recipient is Tyler Wilkos from Eagan High School. Next up, Deerwood Elementary Booster Scholarship. These are 2 $500 scholarships for students who attended elementary school at Deerwood for a minimum of 3 years. They've been a donor since 2010. This year's recipients are Nathan Furness and Isabel Barrios from Eagan High School. Next up, Denise Schoberg, Real Estate, Reaching Your Full Potential Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship for a student who's shown perseverance. Denise has been a donor since 2021, and the recipient of the scholarship this year is Daniel Batten from Eagan High School. Next up, we have the DESK Scholarship. This is a $2,000 scholarship to an Eagan High School student who has shown initiative and perseverance to succeed. They've been a donor since 2007. This year's recipient is Ruby Leon from Eagan High School. Next up, the Donald and Karen DeGennaro Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship to an Eagan High School student with a career objective in STEM. They've been a donor since 2007. The recipient of the scholarship this year is Daniel Margosian from Eagan High School. Next up is a $750 scholarship from Dunn Brothers. In addition to this scholarship, owner Mick Beers has donated the coffee for us tonight, so we're all on a coffee scholarship, those of us who are drinking this late. His actual scholarship is for a student that has worked through high school and plans to study business. Our recipient, Jayla Daniels from Eagan High School. So I have in my script to check if baseball is in the house, and I think I see baseball, some baseball, all baseball. Awesome. This is Alex Tomey. He's recipient of the Eagan Athletic Association Baseball Scholarship. It's a $500 scholarship for a student who's played in the 16+ program. They've been a donor since 2015. Alex Tomey from Eagan High School. Next up, we have the Eagan Art Festival Terry B. Davis Memorial Scholarship. These are 2 $1,500 scholarships for students headed to school for an art or design related field. They've been a donor since 2011. The recipients of the scholarship are both Eagan High School students. We have Olivia Barbness and Trinity Riordan. Next up, Eagan Dance Team Booster Club Scholarship. This scholarship started in 2018 for a steady member of the Eagan High School dance team. This year's recipients are Hannah Gelino, who's not here, and McKenna Henning. Next up, we have a $1,000 scholarship sponsored directly by the foundation and supporters, including the class of 2023, as a gift to the class of 2024. This scholarship is for a first-generation college student, an avid student, and our recipient, is that you? Come on up. I failed to assign her a donor. Stand by her, Angie. Cassandra Mankiewicz from Eagan High School. Apologies, I skipped. Was next up, but it was supposed to be before. Apologies. Eagan Beyond the Yellow Ribbon Scholarship. This is a $2,000 scholarship that was created in 2013 and is awarded to a student whose parent or step-parent was on active duty in the U.S. military while the student was in school. Keely Corbine from Eagan High School is this year's recipient. I believe we're a band. Awesome. Okay, sorry about that. Next up, we have Eagan High School Band Boosters. The Eagan High School Band Booster Scholarship has been around since 2010. They are giving 2 scholarships this year. The Wildcat Musician Scholarships are awarded to Hui Vo and Elena McInerney. Awesome. Baseball is here. We have Eagan High School Baseball Scholarships. These are 2 scholarships for baseball players who have played 3 years of Eagan High School baseball and intend to play their senior year. I think these guys are playing their senior year. That's like awesome. Daniel Lockenmeyer is getting the baseball scholar athlete. Daniel Lockenmeyer, and then the baseball scholar athlete award goes to Joe Anderson. Congratulations.
All right, we will take a few breaks here and there to give us a little moment in the parade. We will give you some information about the foundation and some fun student facts here and there. The foundation began in 1991 as a collaborative effort between Eagan High School and civic-minded business and community leaders who wanted to provide college scholarship for graduating seniors. In the following 30-plus years, the Foundation Scholarship Program has blossomed, and this year, thanks to the generosity of the civic leaders in this room, we're able to give, you've heard some of this, 122 scholarships totaling over $144,500. A record this year by $5,000 for us. So let's give a hand to all the donors in this room for really coming through to the students. The foundation also has a community grants program, and our combined giving across all our programming is just shy of $3 million. So before we start up our next group of students, we're going to take a quick glance at some of the fun facts and favorite memories of the students.
We read the scholarship booklet that you all have. When we put that together, we get to learn a lot about the students, and it's so much fun. We're not going to tell you every little known fact that there is. But one thing we noticed this year, that this seems to be like the worldliest group of kids that we've seen. They speak lots of languages. There's a few kids who can name every flag and place every country on the map. So we're just gonna kind of celebrate that tonight. All the languages that we speak, we want to see what that looks like in real life, right? So we'd like everyone to stand if you're able, if you're fluent in at least one language. This is a test.
Come on.
Okay. Come on, let's see. Awesome, good job. All right, keep standing if you are fluent in a second language. And let's say you know a second language well enough to get around town. You can maybe order some food. If you need to, you can find the hospital. What does this look like? Awesome, okay. Okay, now keep standing. if you speak a third language, and this is your metric, if you put it on a resume, are you lying? That's the test. Do you speak a third language? Students, don't lie on your resume, okay? All right, we still have some folks standing. Okay, anyone out here speaks 4 languages? Get around 4 languages. There were a few of you. We were very impressed. All right. I think there's only like 5 languages, right? So anyone speak 5? Awesome. That's just amazing. We love all the globalism that we have in our world. Thanks for playing along. I'm so glad all of you speak at least 1 language. That's great. Back to the recipients.
All right, now we will continue with the Eagan High School Boys Basketball Scholarship. These are $2,000 scholarships for Eagan High School boys basketball players who have lettered in basketball for a minimum of 2 years and have been dedicated players during their senior year. They've been a donor since 2013. And what a season this year. We wave those Homer hankies, we're calling them now, for our baseball team. This year's recipients are Liam Madigan and Owen Ford. Next up, we have the Eagan High School Boys Lacrosse Scholarship. These are 2 $500 scholarships for Eagan High School boys lacrosse players who have demonstrated leadership and have participated in at least 3 years in the program. They've been a donor since 2012. The recipients are Griffin Joas and Patrick Berry. And next up, we have the Eagan High School Boys Soccer Booster Scholarship. Hold on. You weren't who I was expecting.
Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, well, that's okay. All right. As we gather the Boys Soccer Booster Scholarship winners, we have 3 $750 scholarships for the Eagan High School boys soccer players who have been on the team for at least 2 years, including their senior year. They've been a donor since 2013. We have Tariq Salim, Owen Nelson, and Soham Kundu. Next, we have the Eagan High School Faculty and Staff Scholarship, where you would expect Dr. Rakowski. There are $2,000 scholarships from EHS student, going to an EH student with a career objective in education. The faculty supported a second scholarship this year. They've been donors since 1992. The recipients this year are Carter Will and Julia Madsen. And I believe all our softball players are here too. So here we have the EHS Fast Pitch Scholarship Boosters scholarships. They're $750 scholarships to players who have participated for both junior and senior years. Softball had a game tonight, obviously, so we already know you're here. It's not good. Okay, so this year's recipients are Lydia Turborg, Ellie Marsden, and Drew Busley. Next up, we have the Eagan High School Football Booster Scholarship. Here are $5,000 scholarships to participants of the EHS football program, their junior and senior years. They've been donors since 1998. So one fun fact that we heard a lot about in the information that the students submitted had to do with football. Last year, I think it was upsetting Shakopee in a game. That still came up this year. But we also got a number of mentions of the football team beating Rosemont this year, which we all know is a wonderful thing. The recipients this year are Jack Kroger, Connor Strupp, Carter Veen, Henry Heinlein, and Nicholas Tesdo. If you are a booster club looking for maybe a fresh approach to your scholarship criteria, you could reach out to the football boosters. They've made a number of updates over the last few years, which have been really great. Back to scholarships. Eagan High School girls basketball. This is a $500 scholarship to a 2-year participant with strong leadership skills. They've been a donor since 2009. This recipient this year is Macy Raditsky. We now have the Eagan High School Girls Cross Country Scholarship. It is a $750 scholarship for 2-year participants in the EHS Cross Country program. They've been a donor since 2014. This year's recipient is Adeline North. And now we have the Eagan High School Girls Soccer Scholarship. This might be a moment, you guys are going to be stuck up here for a minute, to say thank you to all the wonderful donors, and we do have a record dollar amount this year. So in our renewal letters, we always encourage people to consider, if they can, increasing those awards. And soccer, girls soccer responded in spades this year. They've doubled their award size from $500 to $1,000 and added additional awards. So a big thank you to them. So we have our 5 recipients of $1,000 scholarships awarded to athletes who played soccer for 3 years and who were letter winners for 2. They've been a donor since 2018. The recipients this year are Emma Fittich, Kira Waldrop, Mallory Jensen, Addison Tanner, and Natalie Valega. Eagan High School Girls Golf Scholarship. Sorry. Doesn't even say boy or girl, so whatever. Eagan High School Golf Scholarship. The Eagan High School Golf Scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship. They've been a donor since 2013 from the Golf Boosters. And this year's recipients goes to Michael Johnson. And next we have the Eagan High School Swim and Dive Boosters Scholarships. These are $2,000 scholarships from an Eagan High School Swim and Dive team member that has participated for 3 years, including their senior year. Thank you to Swim and Dive for additional scholarship this year, one for a male and one for a female swimmer. This year the recipients are Tara Lee and Tyler Bursby. Up next is the Eagan High School Track Booster Scholarship. There are 4 $500 scholarships to track team members in good standing during their junior and senior years. They've been a donor since 2008. The recipients are Carson Rivard, Emmanuel Ojo, Julia Pankratz, and Molly Head. Eagan High School Volleyball Boosters Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship that goes to an Eagan High School student who played for at least 2 years of EHS volleyball, donor since 2018, and the recipient this year is Ava Birch. Next up, we have the Eagan Hockey Association Scholarship. There are 6 $2,000 scholarships to members of the Eagan Hockey Associations that have participated in the current year's season with either EHS or EHA hockey programs as a player or manager. They've been a donor since 1996. The recipients are all from Eagan High School this year. They're Addison Brownwell, Aiden Zilgi, Edward Moore, Grayson Robbins, Lily Anderson, and Olivia Eneg. Next up, we have the Eagan Kickstart Rotary Scholarship. There are 2 $1,500 scholarships for students connected with Eagan or with Rotary and Interact. This is a new scholarship in 2020, and this year the value was up from $1,000 to $1,500. The recipients of the scholarship are Adriana Johnston and Morgan Becker, both from Eagan High School.
Okay, we're taking another fun fact break, you guys. So Hadassah, where are you? Is that you? Awesome, okay. You have an ice cream business, and I have questions about ice cream. I want to know maybe what the most popular flavor is. How did you start this business? I want to know how I can get some ice cream. Okay? Let me... You want the mic? Okay. Can you hand this mic to me? Jacob Roginski, where are you? Get ready. You're up next.
Okay, so I started the ice cream business in 2018, I think. I always loved ice cream, like since I was a little kid, my mom would know. I ate a lot of sugary things. And so all of my flavors are based off of emotions you feel, kind of. My most popular flavor would probably be happy. And I try and use all natural ingredients because I think it's just more fun that way. So I try, I have a blue ice cream, and I was for a long time trying to figure out how to make it blue. So I used blueberries, and that tasted nasty for a very long time. Then I found spirulina and algae, so I started using that. So it's been really fun to kind of test stuff out. Yeah, and my website got hacked for a little bit, so I have an Instagram page if you would like to order. Thank you. Oh, it's called queenscreamery.mn on Instagram. All right.
Okay, parents, if today is the start of your relationship with the foundation, welcome to the family. A third of our board members cycle off of the board every 3 years, and we're always looking for new board members. Diane put a plug in for us. Thank you, Diane. We also need volunteers for events like this. When you leave today, we hope you'll take the biography card of your recipient in the flowers. What kind of caused trouble? Here we go. There should be a biography card for each recipient in the flowers, so take that with you. On the back side is a QR code where you can find more. I wasn't kidding, Jacob Roginski, where are you? If you look at the biography card, all right. If you look at the biography card, for example, you'll see, or if you look in the booklet, Jacob, he composes music. And I think that means that not only do you play music, but you write music for people to play. So I'm curious if you could tell us quickly about the first piece you wrote and the last piece you wrote.
Sure, so the first unofficial piece I wrote was in 2nd grade. And I think my parents have been unreasonably supportive this whole time because it didn't always start out great, but more recently I composed a full band composition, which actually last Tuesday, so a little over a week ago, the band got to perform in concert, which was really a dream come true. So it was a good experience.
Very impressive, thank you, thank you. These fun facts, I tell you. I was gonna ask you all to try and lick your elbow, because there's someone out here who can lick their elbow, but okay. We won't go through that exercise. Lions Club, come on up. Next up, we have the Eagan Lions Club. That's 6 $2,000 scholarships to Eagan residents who have demonstrated community involvement, have shown great perseverance with disabilities. They've been a donor since 2010. All of this year's recipients happen to be from Eagan High School. One scholarship is set aside to honor former Lion Lowell Danner. The recipient of that scholarship this year is Nolan Peterson. The remaining scholarships go to Garrett Hickson, Iman Ibrahim, Ishan Kowadkar, Rachel Wehrman, and Victoria Hubble. Quick technical break. So we're looking for Flint Hills. Is up next, I think, and I see him right there. Is that okay? Flint Hills coming up. The problem was Jacob was in line for Flint Hills, but then I made him talk, and so that messed up the line order, so I apologize. Next up, we have Flint Hills Resource Discovery Scholarship. These are two $2,500 scholarships to Eagan High School graduates with proven leadership skills, academic success in STEM courses, and with plans to pursue a STEM-related career. They've been a donor since 1993. The recipients of the scholarship are Drew Novak and Jacob Brzezinski. Next up, we have Friends of Westcott Library. These are two $1,000 scholarships to students who have volunteered in the past year at Westcott Library. They've been a donor since 2004. The scholarships this year go to Angela Wolitz and Hamina Jones from Eagan High School. Next up, we have George Benke. Awesome. George Benke Memorial Scholarship. These are two $1,000 scholarships in memory of the Eagan High School computer science teacher. This scholarship goes to students that have completed computer science and will be pursuing a degree in computer science. The recipients this year are Lily Cordina and Varshini Boma. Gustafson? Or next up, that's me messing up. Glacier Hills Elementary Site Council Scholarship, come on up. This is a $500 scholarship to a student with a strong record of community involvement who attended Glacier Hills Elementary School. They've been a donor since 2001. Our recipient tonight is Anushka Haravindan. Go for resource. Awesome. Next up, we have two $1,500 scholarships to students with a career objective in environmental science or engineering. Go for Resource has been a donor since our very first year, 1991. The recipients tonight are Jennifer Doan and Danya Arul Prakasam from Eagan High School. We have a returning scholarship this year from Rich and Mitzi Gramling, the Gramling Family Scholarship. Rich and Mitzi have been active volunteers in the Eagan community and they're former foundation board members. This is a $1,000 scholarship for a student from the School of Environmental Studies with a very strong composite score, and the recipient is Claudia Berg this year. Next up, we have the Gustafson Family Foundation. These are two $1,000 scholarships awarded to an immigrant or first-generation American. They've been a donor since 2006. Recipients this year are Sherry Muthiga and Zakaria Ali from Eagan High School. Next up, the Harper Family Scholarship. This is a $2,000 scholarship for a student who identifies as LGBTQ+, has given back to the community, and has shown strong perseverance. Today we have Britta Hagan from the School of Environmental Studies. Next up, the Kelton Vavrovsky Memorial Eagan High School Boys Cross Country Scholarship. This is a memorial scholarship in honor of Kelton Vavrovsky. It's a $1,000 scholarship for a cross-country athlete. This year's recipient is Mason Hokinga from Eagan High School. Next up, the Kopp Family Foundation Scholarship. These are three $1,000 scholarships to Eagan High School graduates with strong composite scores. They've been a donor since 1993. The recipients this year are Aisha Ibrahim, Kunan Abraham, and Mira Arena. Okay, before I hand it over to Angie, we're gonna do another little fun fact. Sorry, folks, back off. It was the worldliest year, and it was also the Rubik's Cubiest year. I think Rubik's Cubes have made a comeback. Who am I looking for? Jayla, maybe an Aiden? I'm trying to remember who I'm looking for. Some Rubik's Cubes, folks. I got a couple up here. Who am I looking for? You guys, we talked about, there we go. Who else? I got three. Who are my Rubik's Cube doers? I see, okay. When you finish this, I want you to bring it up here, and I want you to wave your Homer hanky in the air. So, give one to our, over there too, okay? Other one, we're good? Okay. No pressure, sit down, relax. Okay. Angie.
Ready? All right. Next up, we have Lavander, Gillen, and Miller Scholarship. This is a new scholarship here in 2024 for $1,000 from a general practice law firm, Lavander, Gillen, and Miller. They've been in Dakota County for 90 years, but recently moved to Eagan. The scholarship is for a student that shows strong leadership skills and community service. They have a long tradition in serving the community, and we're very excited to welcome them to the Eagan Family Foundation. The recipients of this scholarship this year are Lydia Fromey from Eagan High School. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Nice! We must not have mixed them up enough when we got them, but next up we have the M&E Engineering Scholarship. These are two $750 scholarships offered to a student who intends to study literary arts or journalism, and another for a student intending to study STEM. They've been donors since 2018. The recipients are Emerson Shalou and Sam Simon from Eagan High School. Next up, we have the Maggie Elliott Living the Mission Scholarship. These are $3,000 scholarships to students that have played volleyball and demonstrated strong community involvement. They've been donors since 2014. The volleyball scholarships are open to players from the new boys team as well this year. Recipients this year honoring Maggie are Bree Borowski, Cole Barbado, and Noah Wolf. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, nice. That's impressive. Okay, we're gonna give you a new voice to listen to for just a couple of minutes. Get out our Homer hankies and wave them for our amazing board chair, Megan Flanagan.
Hi. I am so honored to get to serve as, you know, I know how to do this. Okay. So I actually I used to run performing arts centers, so you think I would know to turn my mic on. But yeah, as Angie said, I am incredibly honored to have the privilege of serving as the chair of the board for the Eagan Community Foundation. And all of us at the foundation are so excited about the work we do every day supporting Eagan. The only thing is, we really wish we could do more. So we're hoping you might be able to help us out. So the most important word in Eagan Community Foundation is, community, that's right. We are a community that comes together to serve this community. And guess what? You all are now part of our community. So I have some ideas here for you. So first of all, maybe consider us as you're planning your charitable giving. You can support our scholarship program. In fact, as you've seen, a lot of our scholarships are coming from families that have benefited from scholarships in the past. And you saw that the class of 2023 helped support a scholarship for the class of 2024. We also have opportunities for you to support our grants initiative, where we support nonprofits who do important work in our community, or you can even set up a donor-advised fund with us for long-term giving. We are also, as has been mentioned several times from the stage tonight, a volunteer-based organization. So we're always looking for people to help us with everything from setting up events like this to joining us on the board of directors. But something really simple you can do is to help tell our story. So you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and then you can like and share our posts. When we post about tonight's event, share. Tell us, tell the story about the experience that you're having sitting in this room, in this community tonight. So, as I said, I am so excited, and I know my fellow board members are also thrilled to be here supporting all these fabulous students. And we look forward to, with your help, growing our foundation community. Thank you. All
right, next up we have the Matt Tente Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship fund is awarding 4 $1,500 scholarships for Eagan High School students. They are made possible by the donations and fundraising from the Friends of Matt Tente, a 2005 Eagan High School grad who lost his battle with cancer in 2011. They have been donors since 2012. This year's recipients are Madeline Mock, Mary Zardecki, Molly Tolick, and Zasha Padilla. Next up, we have Midwest Bank Scholarship. $2,000 scholarships to Eagan students planning to study business or finance or business. Donors since 2006. The recipients this year are Natalie Manley and Soren Jacobs from Trinity School at River Ridge. Natalie is from Eagan High School. Next up, we have O'Keefe Family Swim and Dive Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship for an Eagan High School swim and dive team member. They've been donors since 2016. The scholarship goes to Lucas Hanna. Next is the Old National Bank Scholarship. Old National Bank has hosted the scholarships since 2007. It is a $1,000 scholarship for a student who has been actively volunteering in the community. This year's recipient is from Eagan High School, Omar Mita.
So I was over there dismissing tables, and I think I heard some Rubik's Cube action. Are they all in? Did I get all my the cubes are back? Awesome, okay. Pretty impressive. Okay, next up we have Pat's Sound of Music. Awesome. We have the Pat Sound of Music Scholarship. This is a $750 scholarship honoring a student that has participated in choir for 3 years. Pat and Jim Sinclair have been a donor since 2017. The recipient this year is Anna Becker from Trinity School at River Ridge. Next up, we have the Pat O'Keefe STEM Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship for a student who runs an ice cream business, pursuing STEM studies. They've been a donor since 2016. This scholarship goes to Hadassah Owens from Eagan High School. Next up, we have the Patriots Endowment Scholarship. This is a $500 scholarship that generally goes to a student with a career objective as a first responder. We didn't have any this year, so if you know any kids studying to be first responders, tell them to apply. But this donor said, just find me an awesome student, and that'll be fine. So we found an awesome student, Somna Shakuti from Eagan High School. Next up, Pinewood. Awesome. Next up, from Pinewood Community School, we have a scholarship that's $1,000 for a student who attended Pinewood and has a very strong composite score. They've been a donor since 2006, and this year's recipient is Madeline Joy Punzel from Eagan High School. Next up, Power System Research Scholarship. This is a $2,000 scholarship for a student with a career objective in science, engineering, or math. They've been donors since 2013. This year's scholarship goes to Olma Wakjira from Eagan High School. Next up, the River Valley Chapter number 35 School Nutrition Association Scholarship. This one was new in 2020. It's a $500 scholarship for an Eagan High School student planning a career in the food and nutrition industry. The recipient, or related, the recipient this year is Ingrid Meisinger. Next up, we have the Rotary Club of Eagan scholarships. These are two $1,000 scholarships for Eagan residents involved in Eagan High School's Interact Club. They've been a donor also since the beginning, since 1991. These scholarships will go to Brendan Peterson and Kelly Raleigh. Next up, we have our State Farm Good Neighbor Give Back Scholarship. These are $2,000 scholarships for students demonstrating academic achievement, and this scholarship is from a group of State Farm agents in the community. They've been a donor since 2006. The recipients this year are Abdullah Hadraman and Owen Hobbs, both from Eagan High School. Next up is our Superior Auto Care Scholarship. This is a $500 scholarship for a student with a career objective in the automotive field. They've been a donor since 2013. This year we have Katya Gonzalez Pichardo from Eagan High School. Next up is the Tammy Mott Memorial Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship. They've been a donor since last year, 2023. It's a scholarship for an Eagan High School student that has been involved in the community and shown perseverance. The recipient this year is Samantha Andrews. We did baseball, right? Mm-hmm. Eddie Moore, are you in the house? Come here, Eddie. I got questions for you. Eddie is a self-proclaimed Taco Bell enthusiast, and so we want to know what your go-to order is, maybe what your backup go-to order is. What do you tell someone to order if they don't usually go to Taco Bell? They're going to try it out.
I'd highly recommend the chicken quesadilla. It's a great option, very safe. If you're not feeling the quesadilla on that particular day, I'd highly recommend the soft taco supreme. I personally go no lettuce, but that's just me. So.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
All sorts of important knowledge that makes this world work, right? Okay, next up, last on the list, we have the Waldorf McGuire Family Scholarship. This is a $1,000 scholarship for a student from the School of Environmental Sciences that has shown perseverance during her school career. This year, the scholarship goes to Ingrid Laval.
All right, students, today we recognize you and hope that you see an entire community celebrating you and helping you move into your future. Someday you will be college graduates and you will have jobs and you too will settle into a community. Just as you have benefited from what our community is doing for you today, someday you will be able to support community philanthropy with your time, talents, and money. You may settle in Eagan or El Paso, Edmonton, or maybe Egypt. Wherever you land, we hope that you will get involved in community organizations like this and give back in return for what your community has given you. We urge you to be a part of creating a new scholarship right now today. We have begun a tradition of one class helping fund a scholarship for the next year. 2023 started it for you, and it would be great if you are able, if you could help fund a scholarship for the class of 2025. If we can raise even $5 from each recipient family, we would raise $500 tonight, and that would be a great start to another scholarship. There are some donation forms on your table that you may have picked up. We have others if you need them. You can give them to us or mail them in. So as we come to the end of our celebration, we want to remind you of a couple things as you leave. We've given you a couple things as you registered, and we have yard signs for you to pick up as you leave. Displaying these signs in your yard reminds your neighbors, not only reminds your neighbors and everybody driving by how amazing you are or your kids are, but it really does help us get the word out about the Eagan Community Foundation, and we will take all of the PR that we can get. So tonight, congratulations again to all of the recipients. Thank you parents and teachers, and especially thank you to our donors and sponsors. Now in the last moments here, we'll have Dr. Rykowski come up and say a few words to close out our evening.
Thank you.
Well, what an event, and thank you. We have so many people who came tonight that the cooks were worried they were running out of food, but they managed to pull it together for everyone to enjoy. Yes, let's thank them. And our math teacher, Miss Martha Riefeld, who got all these people in order here, so congrats, Martha. We had a great day today. We began the day with our link leaders for next year getting training. Then they and our incoming 9th graders, our 8th graders, attended a giant rah-rah session in the auditorium led by one of our link leaders, Mr. Isaiah Pritzel, and others. Then they toured the building, then they went to an activity fair. Many of these young people are in activities here that had booths in the activity fair, which was the entire main gym of booths. I think there were over 80. And after we got through fifth hour, people got to see the senior awards video, which, by the way, will now be linked on our website, so you can all see all of that and see the honors and read the names. And then, probably the highlight of the day, we headed outside and played Amazing Grace. So faculty and staff from throughout our building put booths out all over the place on both turf fields and all around with all kinds of goofy, fun activities for students. They formed teams, they ran, they had to get 45 booths visited out of the about 90 that we had out there. And the winners received some prizes and of course the glory of being winners. It was a lot of fun. So we did that from, it's an annual community day, and we did that from 1 o'clock until about 2:15. So it was a very busy day, so I'm also really pleased that all these young people kind of got home, got cleaned up, got ready, and got here for the evening. We're only a couple weeks away from graduation. In fact, these seniors only have one more Monday of school. Yeah, I know, don't celebrate too much. But one more Monday, and on June 1st, we hope to be right out there on that field enjoying the celebration with them. Following that, they will be here in the Dakota Hills cafeteria, this cafeteria, and some of the other rooms, having an amazing all-night senior party. So the community really turns out, and we so appreciate it. Families, just know that putting that yard sign up may seem a little self-serving, but it really isn't. It helps this organization draw attention to the fact that donors are much appreciated. If you work for a business, or you know people in your area who do, and they're looking for a way to support our young people who are moving forward, please advise them to contact the foundation about giving a scholarship. I'm so impressed with all the people that have done it for so many years. Thank you for being here tonight. Don't forget your yard sign. And of course, you may take the flowers off your table, take the brochures, take this. If you haven't been to this, it's an awful lot of fun. It's in November, and there's a silent auction and all kinds of goodies. Great food, great entertainment. Come to it, and I think you'll really enjoy it. Thank you. On behalf of everyone here at Eagan High School, thanks for being here.